I love aha moments, especially when they swirl all around us in life and through our human experiences, we see truth and teaching and revelation. And I wanted to share an aha moment with you. It was all about my children and coming into the realization that children cannot be my original comfort. And this was a huge, deep dive for me, going into the mom character and having 4 children and going through the empty nest syndrome that we all experience. And I know if you're parents listening to this right now, you have felt the feeling when the children grow up and they move out and they hardly call you and talk to you as if you never existed. Now, when I received this aha moment, at first it felt sharp. It felt like a knife in the heart, seriously. But when it sank into my field, I realized this wasn't a correction. This was a liberation. Like I said, aha moments are absolutely amazing. This aha moment wasn't talking about love or connection or the bond that we carried. And you know what I mean about the bond. You know that mother and children bond that we carry with the souls that chose us to come to planet Earth. We are the beautiful divine mothership for them to even come into creation and have their human experiences and expansions. This aha moment was speaking of something deeper. The origin point, a source frequency understanding. It was like a place that we return to when our world feels heavy. You know, that home space of the heart. And today, I wanted to speak with you directly. This aha moment was huge, and I had to get it on record before it flows through me. To the mothers out there listening right now who feel estranged, or to the children out there who feel guilty, and to anyone who has been carrying the weight of a relationship their soul was never meant to hold alone. This is not a story of blame. Please know that before you listen further. My story runs deep. I have many human experiences that sometimes surprises me that I'm still standing. For years, I parented from a place I did not understand. Trauma shaped me before I ever held a child. Let me be very clear of how it started. Survival became a whole currency that I held within myself. It was a vibrational frequency that was inside of me, exuding from my being into my human experiences and all my choices. And when survival is all you know, it is your template, your mapping, it is everything. Your children become the calm in your storm. They are the closeness. They are your home outside of the self, because you don't know how to come home yet within the self. They are your familiar. Not because they should be all of these beautiful things, but because I was reaching for anything that feels steady ground and felt safe and felt like home, because the world was chaotic for me. I didn't have an origin frequency back then. I wasn't at my original state of beingness, the beautiful original me. I was a carbon copy because of the trauma, the template of all the trauma. And all the wounds that I had stored in this template and all those fears. I had a life built on all this chaos and responsibility and endurance and the fight or flight and survival. I was a girl a child trying to raise children, while still trying to raise myself, because I didn't have my earthly parents, even though I had a mother and a father. And without knowing it, I placed my comfort in my children. A lot of us do that. Not the burden, never the burden, but the comfort. They became my reason to stay, to live, to breathe. They were it. They were my reason to fight, my reason to keep breathing when my world felt unlivable, unbearable, and very painful. And that created an invisible agreement. I overstayed my welcome inside their energy because I had nowhere else to return to. Do you hear my words? I had nowhere else to return to. This wasn't intentional, and it wasn't manipulation, but it was definitely trauma. Trauma stretched my soul so thin, I had no other choice but to cling to whatever feels like love. Now, I want to dive a little bit deeper. And this is for the estranged mothers, because that was one of the hardest experiences I had to take when my children decided to do that together. There is a silent pain that I want to acknowledge, that only a mother with distance from her children can actually understand. I would say understand, but I'm going to say understand. The ache of, where did I go wrong? Did I break them? Was I too much? Why can't I find my way back? So many questions that can go through our head and our mind and our emotions, to where we find ourselves crying and keep calling them, and then you get angry, and then you get sad again, and you're just in this cycle. And the truth is, estrangement is not punishment. It is the soul agreement that forces us parents to return to our origin. The children naturally have to separate. And I promise there's a whole reason why they have to do this. One of the most painful medicines on earth is being disconnected from the ones you've birthed, so you can reconnect with the self you have abandoned. We go through a lot to be mothers and parents, and we lose ourselves along the way. But when this separation happens, this is when we are being guided as the parent to come back to the self that we've abandoned through the parenting identity, through the I am mom character. And this is what happened to me, and how I was guided through it, through the observation and sitting and just being silent, and sometimes screaming, sometimes trying to be heard. But my children are definitely advanced souls, powerful teachers too, because I know that I was never, ever, ever, ever supposed to use them or them to be for me my foundation. They were here to remind me that I had to build my own foundation, because I never was able to the whole time. Now, I know this isn't for everybody who is listening. These are for maybe the moms who had no support, or the moms who were raised without parents and did your best to be the parent that you needed to be, even though you were looking for pennies to put food on the table. This is for you. And there was one profound thing that my children taught me. They taught me that love cannot be used as an anchor when the anchor must come from within. There is nothing outside of the self, my darlings. There is nothing. It's all within. My children have shown me so many places where guilt lived inside my body, where I felt unworthy of being the rooted mother I truly am, or I gave my power away to them because I thought my past mistakes disqualified me from ever standing tall again, being that glorified mom that did her best, because I was told I'll never be able to amount to anything. And my children will just be a nuisance to society. But this guilt was never the truth. The guilt was the shadow that kept my soul from rising. It was my fear of being a failure of a mother. My children, when they pulled away, I know deep in my heart that it was never to punish me. They pulled away because my identity break required space. I'm a mother, but I'm no longer vibrating as that character. Does that make sense? This was the only way I would reclaim myself. Not as a wounded mother, but as the origin point, the rooted tree, the frequency holder I came here to be. I am the big tree. I am the matriarch of my family. That's all birthed by me from my tree. So why would the tree pretend to be a branch and find support on the branch? It makes no sense. It will break them because I'm a tree. Now I want to move this energy towards the adult children who feel guilty because you are fighting the responsibility of supporting the tree as they pretend they're a branch or cannot see that they're a tree yet. You are not responsible for stabilizing the tree. Your parents. You are not the emotional home your mother and father must return to. You are not abandoning them, I promise. It may hurt them at first. Yes, it hurts, speaking from experience. But when you follow the pull of your path, you are honoring a truth older than the both of you or the all of you. You are honoring it 100%. And it's an honor that a child cannot serve as the root for the one they grew from. Do you understand what I'm saying as a mother? That I sat and watched my children try to stabilize me? I wanted to speak my heart to you as well. Your distancing, whether physical, emotional, or energetic, was a part of the contract to help them rise into their trauma redemption, into the healing of everything that they've taken on for you, so you could be who you are today. That was a part of the agreement. Because your parents' work was to return to their own original comfort. And this is part of their expansion of who they are as a soul having a human experience on planet Earth. Their own root system is the origin. It is their own frequency. It's not yours. It's theirs. And we as parents are never supposed to plug into our children to pull frequency from them. They should be pulling the frequency from us as being the solid roots that the branches have grown from. This is a big aha moment for me. And it feels so good. It feels so good sharing this truth with you right now. You and I. So your guilt, my darling, is a sign of your compassion, not your obligation. Please be very clear of that. The most loving thing you've ever did was to step back, so your parents could finally step inwards. And when my 4 children stepped back, I was left with myself, because they're my final home, my comfort. So I had to go within myself. Now, I do want to say that I know that my children chose me as their mother, because I know that I had the capacity to break generational structures. This I know in the depths of my being. And I choose them because they had the strength to not be collapsed by my earlier unhealed self. They made it. We were teachers to each other. And I love that truth. They guided my return to sovereignty. In that absence, I was able to come into and face my template of trauma. And I was able to dance in the trauma redemption because of their absence. They were my love. They were my heart. And they guided me to that sovereign choice, to see the sovereignty within me, to see my worth, to see my inner power and my wisdom that I've held and collected my entire life as I bulldozed through all the illusions I created for myself. And I, as the mother, guided their return to freedom. What a beautiful sacred design this is between mother and children, even fathers and children. It's so beautiful. So if you are a mother listening to this right now who has lost connection, you are not broken. You are not unworthy, you hear me? You are not disqualified either. Your path now is to reclaim your origin frequency. Let me say that again. You are here to reclaim your origin frequency, to become the rooted tree you are meant to be, to stop seeking comfort outward from the self and return inward, and do it for them with 100% open whole heart, where your true home has always lived. And this is who you are to be. This is who we all are to be as parents. And if you are an adult child who feels torn right now, you are allowed to love your parents, my darling, without sacrificing your own life path. You are allowed to step back as well, without abandoning your role as a soul family member. You are also allowed to choose your freedom without betraying your heart. So, as you are listening, and I'm sure you're feeling every word that I am sharing with you, this is for all of us, including me. Children can be love, but they cannot be our origin as the parent. Parents can be teachers, absolutely, but they cannot rely on the children as foundation. Estrangement, my darlings, is not a failure. It is a recalibration. And all of us, parents and children, we're all returning to our true frequency. So the bond that we are divinely guided to have can be rebuilt from sovereignty, not survival. This is all part of the Trauma Redemption series, and this is the identity returning of the original blueprint of the self. The I am original, not a carbon copy. And this is the inner economy at its finest design and work. This is the mountain that we are climbing, and that we are coming into the realization that we have been the mountain the whole time. So let's climb it together. I love you.